Welcome to part 36, and we're here inside Ganon's lair. Now, all these rocks and skulls here, they're there if you need to replenish any of your supplies, but I don't need them since I'm good right now. So let's go on and enter the actual lair, Ganon's tower. Yeah, oh boy, all this lava. This guy's obsessed with lava, you know. Anyway, the obvious way we need to go is straight ahead, but of course it's blocked. And as I pull out my telescope, we're going to find that there are some familiar looking symbols on these doors. Well, anyway, the only way we can go right now is through one of the following four doors that are across a wooden bridge that can be cut down using your sword, and we do not want that. So the best way to take care of the shield bokoblin guarding these doors is just to boomerang it to stun it, allowing you to get close enough for us to strike it and get rid of it. Now going into this room, we will appear in a room reminiscent of Dragon Roost Cavern. Now what you want to do here is we have to get across, and we need to use the grappling hook to do so. Now what you can do here is use the grappling hook to essentially get grappled to these platforms here, these solid platforms in the lava. And to get to the other side, because that's what you must ultimately do, you can do it either two ways. One, you can either do what I'm doing right now, use the Deku Leap to glide to the second solid platform, use the grappling hook to climb to the very top, and then Deku Leap over to the other side. Or you can use the ice arrows to shoot a platform, create a nice lava platform where a geyser will shoot up and then will carry you to the top, and from there you can Deku Leap over to the top. Either way, we have to get over to this corridor right here where these red bubbles are patrolling. And you don't have to destroy them, we just have to make it across safely. Alright, now we're gonna go enter this door and let's see what happens next. Okay, and Goma? Yeah, that's right folks, we are facing Goma again. And as you can see here, we only have access to items we have during the first fight, which means we're gonna have to use the exact same strategy we did the first time. And there's a good chance that the other three corridors will lead to past bosses, and it will also require us to use the same strategies to defeat them the first time. So, yeah. I mean, if we had the hook shot, we can hook shot this thing in the eye and be done with it. But nope, gotta do the old-fashioned way the first time. And you notice it's all black and white and stuff, so is this really some kind of a play of time travel, back from the dead kind of thing? And you may also notice that the music here is also a bit distorted too, so... But, yeah, here we are facing Goma again. Now, what you do have on your side is, you still have pretty much all your heart upgrades and your magic mirror upgrade, and you still have the master sword. So when you face Goma and Kali Demos again, it will take less time to defeat them, but when you face Jalhala and Mulgira again, they will be exactly the same since we did have the master sword at the time. So yeah. Okay. And, yeah, so essentially we're going to have to face the four bosses again, because when we kill one, the door in the main chamber will light up, and once all four are lit up, we can proceed onward. Come on, let me kill you again. Now, for some of these boss battles, I do better, but in the case of Jalhala, I will do actually worse. And yeah, with that, Goma is dead again. So yeah, folks, we have essentially a boss rush going on here. There we go. Next is the room that is reminiscent of the Forbidden Woods. Now, as you can see here, these skulls here will allow you to replenish any hearts and magic energy you may have depleted when you enter those rooms. So I think that's nice. Now, watch this. I'm going to have a little derp moment right here because I'm going to get a little bit too close for this Bokoblin to see me, and it will come out towards me, and then as I go and attack it, I cut the ropes, and down I go into the lava. And as you see here, when you return back to this room here, we will end up, all our stuff that we lose during the respective boss fight, they'll come back, so everything's all cool again. And thankfully the lava only takes away a quarter heart, so I don't need that. I need a new heart. There we go. Yay. Alright. Let's try this again. This time I'm going to go for a little distance. There we go. Now, I don't know if you heard it while I was in the Dragon Cavern room. When you enter the room that is indicative of the past dungeons, you'll actually get to hear a remix of the dungeon theme from, like, inside, like, intermixed with Ganon's Tower's theme. So I think that's kind of cool. See, you're hearing Forbidden Woods theme right now, mixed in with Ganon's theme. So, I mean, that's one cool thing about it. Now, you want to be careful here because you can use this gondola and pinwheel thing to move across. But when you get over to this organic platform that keeps moving up and down, you want to time it carefully. You want to jump off at when it's low enough. And if you don't feel comfortable about making the jump, just use your Deku Leaf. Now, here's what happens when I'm about to do it without the Deku Leaf. I mean, you can make it, but you can do something stupid just like this. Ugh. And this time I make it. Oh boy. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. Alright. Now you see here there's a pinwheel that's barely visible to the right. And we need to use that in order to bring this next gondola over to us so we can get across to the next pair of organic platforms. Alright. And I'm taking my time here because, well, I don't want to fall off again. And of course I don't, although there is one moment that it looks like I was going to fall over, but thankfully the organic platform moved right under my feet. I'll show you in just a moment. And of course when I get over to the door, like when I'm on the organic platforms, there'll be two P-hats on the platform ahead, on the floor ahead. And when you make that final leap with the Deku Leaf, they can really mess up your momentum. And we don't want that at this point in time. And, come on. Come on. Wait for it. There we go. Alright, but before I continue, here's the moment I mentioned. See, I missed it. But thankfully, it lowers itself enough for me to maneuver underneath it. And come on, move up, move up. Phew. See, I'm not taking any chances. Now, like I said, there are P-hats over at the other end, and if they hit you while you're Deku gliding, and if you're over the bottomless pit, down you go, and we have to start this whole thing all over again, and we do not want that. Unfortunately, we are not in range to throw our boomerang at it, but we can try your luck and shoot arrows at it like I'm about to do. Now, thankfully, I managed to hit the P-hat on the left, giving me enough breathing room for me to fly over to the other end. And you notice that the rooms that contain the boss door, it's partially in black and white. And I think that's a cool effect, so yeah. Oh, and when I enter these next three boss room doors, we've pretty much seen the pattern already. We've pretty much seen how they fight, so what I'll do is I'll speed up the fight. But what I'll also do is I'll play you the remixed music so that you'll get a chance to hear the, well, essentially hear the bizarre effects of the music of this bizarre remix. It's bizarre, but cool. Anyway, these acorn nut things contain some some things that can help you refill your hearts and magic meter in case you fall down. But yeah. So yeah, that's it for the Forbidden Woods room, and I'll see you back in the main chamber of Ganon's tower. So with that, let's face Callie Demos once again. Alright, that's it for Callie Demos. Again. And, if you were doing the Nintendo Gallery during this fight, I believe this second time around would be a good opportunity to take some pictures of these bosses, you know, while they're not trying to kill you and such. But, again, I'm not doing that in the whole Nintendo Gallery thing. Again, I think it's a waste of time. Alright, let's go on to our next room. And, of course, this room will be reminiscent of the Earth Temple. First, let's kill this shielded Bokoblin. There we go. Go, 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 go. There we go. Alright. And of course, we have some didgeridoos again, although much slower. Now, all these coffins that drop, some of them have items, others have enemies like Bubbles and Redead. And what you want to do here is there are a set of stairs that are triggered by a pressure switch. And the only thing available are these purple choo-choos. So what we're going to have to do is shine a light on the choo-choos to make them stones. And afterwards we are going to essentially put them on the pressure switch and quickly roll our way over to the... Ow. I said quickly roll our way over to the stairs before the choo-choos turn back to normal. And the stairs will go away. So, yeah. So, yeah, this first one is easy, but the second one, the source of light is at the other end where the stairs would materialize, and the switch is at the beginning of this little puzzle. So, what we're going to have to do is quickly freeze one of these choo-choos and quickly run over to the pressure switch, and then quickly roll our way over to the stairs before the choo-choo unfreezes, and the stairs will essentially go away. Now, of course, if you do this successfully the first time, before you get to the stairs, a Stalfos will pop up from under the ground to challenge you. And, yeah, we don't want that. Come on. Come over here, Choo-Choo. I want to freeze you. There we go. Now, it'd be a good idea to try and get a Choo-Choo that's, like, far away, because that way you'll have a little more time than the one that's closest to you, because, of course, the one closest to you will unfreeze over time, and it'll cost us our way over to the stairs. So, yeah. See, I didn't succeed this first time, and the Stalfos hasn't appeared yet. And here's me having a little idiotic moment, because instead of putting the Choo-Choo on the switch, I toss it. I don't know why, but I was getting tired. It was late. It was late in the night when I recorded this, so. And then I was like, "No! Come on, Come on. Now, while I do all this, I want to explain something. The reason there's no Tower of the Gods, there's no Forsaken Fortress-like room in this place is, well, Tower of the Gods, well, first of all, it's a test for the hero. It's pretty much a test for the good guys. It's not one of Ganondorf's booby-trap lairs. And, oh, here's the Stalfos right there. So, yeah. Yeah. And, so like I said, it was a test for the gods. Basically, you won't find Ganon over here again, so, yeah. And as for Forsaken Fortress, well, I figure it's not really your typical quote-unquote dungeon. So, I figured having the Hemlock King appear again, while cool and all, don't think it's, in Ganondorf's mind, worth the effort. So, yeah. It's taking a lot of effort to kill this thing. Come on. There we go. And good, you're dead. Alright, now the time has come to actually do this puzzle correctly. You know, I wish you can hear more of this remix to the Earth Temple Ganon's Tower thing. And the main Ganon's Tower theme, while you're in the main quote-unquote hub lava room, it's actually kind of interesting. I mean, you get this nice piano rendition of Ganon's theme with this weird music thing. Yeah, but I'm rambling again. Anyway, we're going to face Valhalla again, and here's its remix. Only one more to go, and yeah. So essentially, Ganondorf's pulling the same shtick he did in Ocarina of Time, creating rooms reminiscent of past dungeons. In that case, it was temples, although there was no light temple to be present. And instead of opening the way for sages to use their power to lower the barriers, we have to fight monsters again, fight bosses we've already defeated. So I think that's interesting. I mean, a nice little shake-up. And this place also kind of reminds me of the moon in Majora's Mask, because it had pieces of dungeons with their actual dungeon music in there, not remixed like in this game right here. And with that, we have one room left, the Wind Temple room. Now, as soon as we get in here, we will come across a Wizrobe. And that thing is annoying, and I have to confess, it took me longer than it should have to defeat this thing. I mean, I get the first hit in right away, but then it appears behind some spikes, so yeah, it took me a while to kill it because the spikes can actually block the arrows. But then I cut to around here where I do manage to get the final hit. And I think this one has the more Wind Temple music than Ganon's Tower music, as you can hear. Yeah. Now what you have to do here is, ooh, fairy. Use the iron boots to lower the spring, and then take them off to essentially launch yourself in the air and Deku glide over to the next area behind this tower here. And then we have to jump on another metal spring, and we have to launch from it to go across to the other end of the room. Now you want to be careful because those wind gusts right there, they blow downward, and if you actually hit one of them, down you go into the bottomless pit, and we have to do this again. So try and aim for the middle, position yourself correctly. Oh, and also watch out for the blade traps. And do this right, and let's navigate this carefully. Phew. Now, in 2 of these pots coming up, there are shielded bokoblins, and the rest of the pots contain some goodies for us to heal. And then after you get the pots, we can hookshot our way up to this upper platform, and we can go and refight Mulgera again. Or Mulgera, that's a bit redundant. We are going to fight Mulgera again. There we go. That's better. Alright, so yeah, last boss, or I mean last boss of this boss rush at least, and then we can proceed onward. Alright, and with that, enjoy this remix of Mulgera's music. Woohoo! We did it! The last boss needed for us to move on. Well, that was interesting. I do like the way how this door goes away. First flashes Ganondorf's pig face, and the door disintegrates, well, the 4 areas, and then the crossbeam explodes. So, yeah. And of course, I make sure you get enough health to move on. Come on, I need a heart. Heart, please. There we go. So yeah, now we can move on to Ganon's Inner Sanctum. And it's going to be an interesting place. Now on the way, the next room over, we will encounter some stairs and some mini blins. Of course, they're no threat. One whack with the Master Sword will kill them, so we're almost there. We're almost at the end of the game. And this place reminds me of Ganon's Tower from Ocarina, but then of course, this is the same Ganondorf from Ocarina of Time, so it makes sense that he would want to create something. So yeah, we'll explore Ganon's Inner Sanctum in part 37. See ya.